Shalom. Roll call for the Mashpaka. Banayam Yasharal. Ra'awaban. Shamaywan. Lawai. Yahabada. Napathalai. God. Ashar. Yashashakar. Yawabalan. Yabawalan. Aparayam. Manasha. Bayayaman. Mayan. That was the roll call for the Mashpaka today. Okay, today I'm going to talk about relationship. I know. But this is something important. This is about our relationship with Allahayim. Aman. And I'm going to use it. I'm finna demonstrate it and show you about our relationship with one another. Aman. Let me turn this down a little bit. I noticed yesterday it was kind of buzzing in my ear. Shalom, Monster Moshe, be Moshe, Monster Moshe. Shalom. I see you look. I see you got that blue outfit on today. Shalom to you. Okay. Shalom, Sister Naomi. My wife gonna get with y'all willing soon, and get y'all in them blue t-shirts. All right, like Monster Moshe and some of the other sisters. I stepped too fast and she told me to slow down. I told you about that last time. Forgive me, sister. All right. So, what we're going to talk about is relationship. When I get my camera, then I'll be showing my face on here soon, Yahweh willing. But for right now, you can still, that's my picture right there with my coconut head, Mashpaka. All right. So we're going to talk about family today, and we're going to be going out of the Bible. Not using because the Bible was given to us as a part of our inheritance. The Bible was given to us as a part of our inheritance. And I got my Bible today. So I'm going to be reading out of my regular Bible today, Mashpaka. Well, all of them regular, but I'm going to be reading out of the one that the church had gave me. All right. So let's talk about this. Aman. Shalom Moshe ben Yehuda Yisrael. That's our brother right there. Let's see. See, she told me I could add the brothers as moderators, so I'm gonna have to do that for you, Moshe. And my wife, she gonna handle the sisters. All right, that's what she told me. And you know, you gotta listen at the wife, and when she say something and it makes sense, you gotta get with the program, no matter who you is. I'm glad to see y'all today. I thought Moshe, both of the Moshes wasn't feeling well, I thought. So I said, man, there's something wrong with Moses. I gotta pray for Moses and figure out how they doing. So I'm gonna go to you, Moshe. Okay, Moshe, this is how I figured out how they do it. I would have to go to let me see. There it go. I had to go inside of my something else to do it. So there we go. Mods Live also have capabilities and standards. So, okay. There you go, Moshe. And I'm sorry, sisters, that I just moved too fast. You know, my wife, sometimes it's good that you have a woman to remind you. You know, it's good that she could be your helpmate and help you out. And a lot of things that I've been working on, Yahweh has been using my wife to get me, shake me right on up. You know, she told me, she said, y'all need to start focusing on building with one another. And so that's what that been giving me my drive. I had it, but sometimes you need your wife to give you a push and an oomph. And she gave it to me. So I'm just going to keep on going. Let me read what Ak Moshe, Monster Moshe say. Uh, that's Ak Ben. Okay, let's go here. Ak Moshe Ben. Shalom, my beloved brother from the dirt. Day one, biggest salute till the end, my friend. All right, Ak. And there you go, brother. Moshe, Monster Moshe say, Naomi Shalom, my beloved sister. Shalom and blessings. Amen. Sister Naomi say, Shalom wa barakatah. That right. Shalom wa barak. Shalom and blessings. Amen. Blessings on you, sister. All right. For all of the family that's to come in, I want to say shalom to all of y'all that's coming inside of the chat. We going to talk about something today. Amen. We got something to talk about today. Amen. Now, what I'm going with the verse that I'm going to use to parallel it, Shalom, Malaka, niggas, Malaka Adiyah to the remnant. Sister, you remember I told y'all the other time I stepped too fast, and that's why I was so happy when I found out I can make moderators now. Man, I started getting everybody a blue outfit, everybody the popo. But my wife told me, she say that she supposed to be over that. So I said, okay, sweetheart, you right. So she put me in my place, and I'm telling you today, my wife, she gonna come in and she gonna help the sisters with the moderation, and she gonna be over it. All right. So I told Sister Naomi that. So when you see uh Privacy or anybody else that may come here, if you don't see them have a badge, I want all of the Mashpaka, all of us as officers of Alahayim. So Yasharal need to have a badge. You know, Yasharal need, and when they don't act right, we take the badge away and they can sit back. That's how we gonna do this. Here. All right, so today we're gonna talk about Ya'akwaba's well, and we're gonna be using that to parallel about relationship, and also we're gonna be talking about relationship. We're gonna parallel it all, and it's gonna go towards Alahayim. So with the relationship of Adam, Ayash wa Asha, their husband and wife, male and female, and then we're gonna talk about the well and all of that, and we're gonna tie it all the way back up to Alahayim. Amen. So here we go. Now I don't know if y'all remember that y'all always used to talk about Jacob well, Ya'akwaba's well. And I told the Mashpaka I'm going to read out of my KJV Bible with the Apocrypha in it. Read out of that another day. All right? But for right now, I'm going to look up Ya'akwaba's well. We're going to line the well up real quick. So I don't know if y'all remember when Jacob was out there in the wilderness after Ishau, his brother, his twin, had stole away, because a lot of people would think that Ya'akwaba stole the inheritance. His sister Christina, she showed me what she was trying to say, and I caught on. So you got Ya'akwaba, his diary was stolen. We're going to go there and we're going to deal with this today, Mashpaka. So in your Bible, we're going to look up Jacob ladder, which is it. We're going to show you when he made that well. All right. We're going to talk about wells today. All right. So in your Bible, I want you to go to John, Yakanan, chapter 4, verse 6 through 15. Amen. We're going to line this up. So write these down. All right. Hallelujah, Yahweh. Remember what I told y'all. John, Yakanan, chapter 4, verse 5. Did I say 5? That I said verse 6 through 15. So we can start at 5. When you get that, say I'm on. I want everybody to get a Bible. If you don't have your Bible out, uh, give a brother some sign in the chat. Just say I don't have my Bible today. I can't read it right now. I'm just listening. And you got Barashayath, chapter 29, verse 3. That's Genesis 29, verse 3. It's translators in the chat. Brother Moshe ben Yehuda speak some Hebrew. Sister Naomi Malaka Adiyah speak some Hebrew. Brother Monster Moshe speak some Hebrew. So if there's anybody in the chat that don't know what something mean, Mashpaka, we a family. And if y'all know the meaning of it, or if you unsure about the meaning of it, hold off on it. But if you know the meaning of a word, put it in the chat. If you hear me read something and I skipped over a word, put it down in the chat and say, you slipping. The word that you missed was this one. This is what this mean. Kwaba, you off on that one. That ain't what that mean. Let me show you what that mean right here. But be nice. Don't slap my peanut head too hard. There go Val. Hold on, y'all. There go Val.
Hi, everyone.
I told him about the situation, and you said that you were gonna deal with the women, and I deal with the men.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, tell them about it, babe, real quick. Before you go out. Okay, she said she don't feel like it right now, but she said she gonna deal with it. Yeah, she work a lot, and she doing a lot of stuff to add on to what we got going on. So she tired. They say Shalom Akhwat Val. So Sister Naomi and y'all, Val gonna get with y'all, all right? I'm gonna share with y'all her page, and then she gonna get with y'all, all right? And when we all come together, we're gonna all have one mind, all right? So remember, brother Moshe and Malaka put down Yakanan. Moshe put down Barashaya. All right, so now we gonna first. They say that the Old Testament is done away with. So what we gonna do? We gonna go to the what they call New Today, and then we're gonna go inside of what they call Old. So that's Yakanan chapter 4, verse 5 through 16. All right, and the scripture read now. If you want the full understanding of the verse, you would go up to see person, place, thing. Yahweh Shai was talking about person, place, and thing up here, and he was talking to the Pharisees who had heard. So, matter of fact, I should start up there, but that's cool. Just keep it right there at 5 because that's where the precepts that I want to drop at. So y'all good right there. So when say, I'm gonna start at verse 1. When therefore Yahweh knew how the Pharisees had heard that Yahushua made and baptized more disciples than Yachanan, though Yahushua himself baptized not, but his disciples. So his disciples was baptizing through him. Remember when Yahushua formed the earth, Allahayim formed the earth through Yahushua, just like his disciples was baptizing through him. He said, though Yahushua himself baptized not, but his disciples were under Yahushua. He left Yahudah and departed again unto Galilee. And he made needs go through Samaria. Then come he to the city of Samaria, which is called, and they put Sychar, near to the parcel of ground that Yaquabah gave to his son Yavasap. Now, that's Joseph. Now, Yaquabah well was there. Yahushua, therefore, being weary with his journey, he got tired because he had a real body. He was not no spirit walking around here without a body. Sat thus on the well, and it was about the 6th hour. There cometh a woman, there cometh a Asha of Samaria to draw water. Yahushua saith unto her, give to me drink. Now, I'm going to stop right here. Yahushua calls Yasharal his Asha, not his Ayash. All right? Because we're not over Yahushua. So that shows you that Ayash is a principle, it is a position, and it is also a genome makeup, and it is also Aman, a person. Ayash is husband, and Ayash is male, and Ayash is leader. So we see here, there cometh a Asha. So if a woman say she is a woman of Alahayim, then she would say Ayash, Asha Alahayim, Asha Alahayim, woman of Alahayim, wife of Alahayim. But a brother is not the husband of Alahayim. A brother role with his woman is Asha with Yahweh. If they submit to him, then we as a nation who submit to Alahayim are Asha, which means we are his help. We are his helpmate. All right? There cometh, that's why he said Yasharal Asha. Yasharal is his Asha. Therefore cometh a woman of Samaria to draw water. Remember, Asha, a wife of Samaria, or female of Samaria, to draw water. Yahushua saith unto her, give me drink. Now the husband said to this woman, give me drink. For his disciples were gone away unto the city to buy meat. All right, now the word disciple, Sister Malaka, Brother Moshe, or one of y'all that been studying our bar, if y'all know what disciple is for the Mashpachah, y'all can put it down. Unto the city to buy meat. Then the Asha of Samaria. Now in Greek, remember when we was reading in the book of Revelation, when they put and in 9, and when they put and is Kai. All right, and is Kai. But the word that was there, the real word that was there, so remember we in Yakanan chapter 4, and I'm going to pull up the Bible in a few minutes. But in Yakanan chapter 4, Tamadayam. That right, sister? Tamadayam. So right here, then said the Asha of Samaria unto him, How is it that thou, being a Yehovah, seeketh of me, from her? She questioning Yahushua. She is a Asha questioning Yahushua. All right, now right here, so we got 9. So remember we in verse 9, so I'm finna pull this up. Yakanan chapter 4 and verse 9. I'm going to pull this up right here on the screen, Mashpachah. Yakanan 9 And on Yakanan chapter 4 and verse 9. So let me go ahead and pull it up on the screen, because our people is visual and we like to see. So I'm going to pull it up on the screen. They don't want to just look at my peanut head all day. They want to see. And that's why I think that a lot of us like to go to the movies and stuff. So Yakanan chapter 4, and this is Greek now. They say this is called Koan Greek. There was a Grecian man that came down there and studied the language of the locals, of the natives, which were, our people. And that's how they came and made and translated this into English when they went down there and studied. And then this and that the guy and all the studies and all that, they wrote the first Greek translation, and then later on they made an English translation, but it was in Old English. Old English is another Grecian language. So remember, we're in Yakanan chapter 4, verse 9. So now let's go over to our lexicon. And I'm going to show you the word that they use for and in verse 9. All right? And then I'm finna quickly run back over to Revelation chapter 1. I'm sorry, Mosh, because my mind going, but it's just moving. When I hear something, I got to go ahead and go with that. Okay, so they said it was in verse 9 when I read out of this one. So let's go here. Verse 9. Right here, verse 9. I might have to go to the other one. So let's see. Let's find the word that they use. My bad. We skipping up. This how you check your translations to make sure that you understand this stuff in the proper format. Okay, so I don't know why they did that. So let me go to the Scrolls. Because in this Bible here, I'm looking at Yakanan chapter 4 and verse 9, and I see the word of. So I'm trying to figure out why I don't see it in this translation. All right, you are a Yahweh Io Deus Judean Iuda said, the woman, a woman, wife, my lady, probably from the base of. So listen, let me show you something. This is how Hebrew works. When you see a woman, you see a wife, right? But it's not always a wife to you. So a woman is a female formed to be a woman. She's made to be a wife, made to be a woman, but unto one Adam, one Ayash. All right, and it say a woman, wife, my lady, probably from the base of Genomai, a woman, especially a wife. So the word woman is a compound word. It can mean it sometimes in this sense, just this one, female, or it can mean it in this, or it can mean all of this. But if you is a bar following after the Tharara, then you're going to understand the language correctly when it say, when you are not married to the woman and you have a wife, or you're not married to the man and he's not married and y'all not married, you're going to see this. Female, right? Not my lady, not my wife. You're going to see woman. Not, you're going to see her as woman. All right? So adverb, how can you ask? And we learning, we reading the Bible. A lot of us don't realize it, that when we studying what these words is saying, we actually are reading the Bible. Just like if you look at a picture, to try to figure out if you ever looked at a Picasso or a picture inside of an art gallery or something, or look on some of our brothers and sisters that's drawing paintings and stuff. You're actually looking at art gallery. You're reading. You gotta read it so you won't understand art. You ask the person, hey, what do this mean? And then you look at it to see if you can see it. Now, right here, you see for gar. So right here, why do they have gar? He says for a primary participle, properly assigning a reason. A reason. So in Greek, if it's not just for one, is there's different ways why you would say for. So with gar is giving you another way. So that's why I told y'all in Revelation it says it doesn't say kai there because it's a different form of using for. All right, or of. Now let's go down here. My bad. Of and for. Of and for. So of is where like an origin come from. My bad. Or of is like the origin, like where it's coming from. My bad. I got twisted up in my peanut head. So let me go back to the KJV. And when y'all find the word and, then we're gonna go in now. All right. So let's go back to verse 9. I'm studying with y'all. Believe it or not, I'm studying right now while I'm reading. Then said the woman, then said the wife of Samaria unto him, how is it that you, being a Yahweh, now, did she say it don't matter who he is? Long as we human beings, when she asked him for some help, when the woman asked the brother who was her king for some help, she didn't say who you is don't matter. Let's see how Yahweh Shai answered so we can see how we should answer people. How is it that you, being a Yahweh Judean, Yahweh and Yahweh means in they transliteration Judah, but Yahweh means Judean, and you're not a Judean because you were born in Judea. You're Yahweh because of your bloodline. All right. The other ones, the other people who are like aliens in there, okay, I see that, sister. Being a Yahweh, acts drink of me. So Yahweh Shai asked her for a drink. She acknowledged who he was as a person. She did not try to diminish who he was as a person. She acknowledged who he was. Asked drink of me, which am a Asha of Samaria. So why would she say, I am a Asha of Samaria? Her submissiveness was in that area, right? So she asking him, this teacher, Shalom, Sister Shayla. So she asking this teacher, why is you asking me for a drink of water? Like your y'all supposed to be helping the Yahweh and we supposed to be helping the Samaritan. Think about this mindset here. She's a Asha of Samaria. Look at the culture. Look at the culture. I want y'all to read this. We reading this today. Ask us drink of me. So she say, why you ask us drink of me? Which am a Asha of Samaria. Now Samaria is the capital of the northern tribe. Now we didn't know that back then. And I learned, I glean, and I eat some bread here and there. When I ate some bread on K Judah page, and I had to think about it. Yeah, Samaria is the capital of the northern tribe. So now you got to think about it. During this time, the two sticks is still separated. There is still two sticks today. We're not one stick right now. All right. Ask us, drink of me, but we are one people, but we not considered as a nation. We're two sticks. Ask a drink of me, which am a Asha of Samaria. So I said the word of right here. Do y'all remember when I seen the word of right here, what I was telling y'all about? And then I was trying to find out where is this word of at. I can't, they won't let me. Okay. I was trying to find out where is this word of at to figure out why is they saying of, and then it said gar or something. For ha Yahwadah, for the Jews, Judeans, by blood, have no dealing with the Samaritan. If Yahushua was not a Yahwadah by blood of his people, from his people, then this prophecy of him being Hamashiach would not be fulfilled, because he wouldn't be the one to come. Because he had to fulfill all things written of him in the Torah wa Nabayathwa, the prophets. Nabayath is prophet. Nabayathwa is prophets. Ra'ah is seers. For the Yahweh Da have no dealing with the Samaritans. All right, those people, capital, their capital is Samaria, and the Asha, the woman of the Samaritans, said that Yahweh Da had no dealing with them. So that's showing you that they is still divided as a nation. Now right here, Yahweh answered and said unto her. So Yahweh answered. See, he answering her and said unto her. Now this is how we should deal with the northern tribe. Yahweh answered, because we have to do like Yahweh. Yah, salvation. Yahweh answered and said unto her, he is my salvation, answered and said unto her. Yahweh, salvation, answered and said unto her. In Gullah, we just say, her plate. That's her plate, right? Her and Abar means her. Her and Abar means her in English. So we say her plate. That's her plate. Her plate. All right? We don't say that is her plate. We say her plate fixed. Her plate fixed. So we still have some of the grammatical carry on, because when you, and even when you speak to the people that was raised to speak Spanish, if they of our people, they have a different form of Spanish. You see, because they not the they're not Romans, all right, but they have in English we have broken English, what they call it, which is not broken English. It's just our grammatical speech, and when you're not speaking like we speak, it don't feel right. We understand what they saying, but we know that that's not our language. So we still trying to talk to each other to get each other to understand, but talking like them, we don't. It's like there's no. We know what we saying, but we're not talking to one another, because that's not our mother. English is not Amanawa. I think that's how you say it. Our language, our mother tongue. Ama Lashan, I think. Ama Lashan, mother tongue. So English is not our mother tongue. We got to remember, when you are formed as a nation, Habashah showed us in the prophets, Yazachiel, the other day, how when you look inside of how we was formed as a nation. He likened it as a baby, and then he likened it as a wife. You see that? So when you see this right here, Yahushua answered and said unto her, if you knewest, the word when you say you know your wife, you die. If you knewest the gift of Allahayim. So right here, you got if you knew the gift, Yahushua is the gift of Allahayim. So he asked her if you knew the gift of Allahayim and who it is that says to you, give me drink. So what did he call her? Yahushua answered and said unto Asha, if you knewest the gift of Allahayim and who it is that saith to you, give me drink. Bah. You know, when we put our hand to our mouth as little babies, bah, give me drink. You would have asked of him. You would have asked of Ayash. Ask of husband. Ask of him. Ask of male. Ask of Ayash. Him, husband. And he would have given you living water. Living water. Ayash saith unto him, the bride, the bride saith unto him, the woman, the wife, the bride, the female saith unto him. Now we're going to see when the consummation happened. Listen to this consummation. Sir, I ain't looked that up yet. Sir, look at her being respectful. Sir. Now, what did Sarah call Abraham? What did Sarah call Abraham? We'll go back to that Yahweh willing later. Mashpakah, moderator, one of y'all, please put in the chat, remember this word, sir, and Abraham, and Sarah. Thou hast nothing to draw with. Listen at what she said to him. Thou hast nothing to draw with. He asked her for some water. He told her, if you knew who it was that asked you for a drink of water, you would have asked him for a drink of water. Now he told her to give him something to drink. Now he telling her, if you knew who I was, then you would have asked me for something to drink. Now, can you imagine a brother see a sister posted up at the water fountain over there at the store? You know, where they selling the water at. A brother see a sister posted up over there, and he walk up to her and he say, hey, can I have something to drink? Think about it. And you know, he didn't have no place to stay. Think about that. We're gonna liken this at a brother just come up to you. He come from the tribe of God, and he over here and he ain't got nothing to drink, and he been homeless for a while, and the brother go up to the woman and ask her for something to drink, and then then he started telling her, if you knew who I was, after she said, y'all don't have no dealing with us. Y'all say I know black. So y'all don't have no dealing with us. Y'all say I African. I not your people. You're not my people. So he asking her, and she used to, when the people that America allow to come in, to not be the people that'll love you, but they vet them and choose them to come in. So Yahweh is used to people when they come in from other nations. And so this woman is standing over here at the grocery store, and this brother come in, looked like he homeless, off of the streets, because Yahushua was homeless, and go up to this woman and ask her for something to drink, and then he turned around telling her, if you knew who I was, you would ask me for something to drink, and I would have gave you living water. I would have gave you, my water would be alive. Now, what would this woman think? She didn't know that this man was rich. She didn't know that this was the richest man in the diaspora from the northern tribe. She didn't know that. She didn't know that he was the richest Abar from the northern tribe, and she looking at him saying, "How you gonna give me something to drink? You ain't even got." Now look, now so you can see who talking. Who is this woman in the scripture? I want you to see yourself, sir. You have nothing to draw with. Now you know how our sisters is. You ain't got nothing. How they look at the brother. You ain't got nothing to draw with. And the well is deep. You ain't. From whence then hast thou the living water? So where that's at? Where the water at? Where your paper at? Where your car at? Where your job at? You see what I'm saying? From when, and you don't even deal with us. Art thou greater than our Abba Ya'akwaba? So listen. So now this woman say, are you greater than our father, Jacob? Think about this here. Say, you ain't greater than our daddy. Are you greater than our ancestors? Think about that. Are you greater than our ancestor, which gave us the well and drank thereof himself? Are you greater than our ancestors, that slave labor and all that over here, which gave us the well and drank thereof himself? See, and he had to go through and drink out of the blacks only. Think about it. Father Abraham. Now see this woman. It tell you who she is right here, Ya'akwaba. But if not acknowledging who you talk, person, place, and thing, no longer applies in English, then you're not trying to get an understanding of what you're reading. So I remember growing up in church, we skipped over all them names. We skipped over all them names. Jerubbaal and all these people. We just skipped all of them and get right to the precept. We didn't consider the people in there. You know, it wasn't something that we looked into. And why would we do that? Why is Negroes afraid of names? Salah, why is Negroes afraid of names and the origin of speech in this Bible here? Now, Olado Akuyano, he read it, but a lot of us do not read today. We just quote. We just quote, but we don't read. We don't know how to write father. We just scribble something down. We don't know. We just try to scribble it and make it look good. A lot of us. But we don't know how to read, and we don't know how to write. But we do know how to read and write. And I'm not trying to be mean to the strangers. Y'all need to try to understand where I'm coming from and don't take no offense at what I'm saying. Because I'm not saying this to come at y'all sideways. If y'all confess Hamashayat, then y'all need to just know what I'm talking about and just accept the word, just like we got to accept it. So, listen to this. We read in the language of the people who forced us. This wife, this woman, is reading the language of another that R worded him all throughout the Sahara. So this is what we read, and now we used to that now, right? We got with an abusive with another person. A lot of us reject Hamashiach, and so we married to whatever deities. We married to another husband. So we married. Some of us is married to America. Some of us is married to our new God, America. Some of us is married to the dollar. Some of us, we got many lovers. All right? We are the Asha of many lovers because we will not submit to Allahayim. And how can we know how to submit if we don't know how to submit? So Yahweh say, how beautiful are the feet of the people who bring forth good tidings. These are good tidings, but we don't see it as good tidings. Because when Yahweh spanked us, when he spanked us this time, he beat us like he was our foe, like he was our enemy. Because we was acting like Sodom and Gomorrah, and a lot of us is still doing that today. Art thou greater than our? Look at her, what she say. So she knew that, look, he didn't have to come to her and say, hey, look, who you is? Who you is? He didn't, and she didn't ask him, and he didn't ask her, who are you? He said, she told him, because he looked at like a Yahweh. So they knew how each other supposed to look. They knew that. They already knew. Like European people, they know which one ain't they, they know, the Polish know who the Spanish people is. You know, the man from London know who the Scots in the Scythian, they know who this one and that one is. You know what I'm saying? The Russians, they know who is who. So just like we knew who was who, but we lost that. And that's what I'm telling you. We have discontinued from our heritage, and we don't even understand the language that we reading. We don't understand it. All right? We don't know it. We're not, like, you know how when a man know his wife, we're not in. We left our first love, and now we're reading a language that is not of our origin to read. So when we understand it, if we're not understanding it from a cultural background, it's not going to linger there like that. Like I told y'all the other day about multiplication, learning multiplication. I wanted to learn why does 5 times 5 equal 25? And I didn't know until I looked into it, but the teacher kept telling me just rememberize it, just like they did with spelling words in school. I wanted to know, why is this word art? Why do that mean art? It don't make sense. Art can mean you, who are you? Art can mean something you draw. Why is art art? So am I going into the scientific meaning of this? Because you got to understand it scientifically. Why can't you understand it by its function? Why can't you understand these letters by the function of it? Now, I can see right here that this look like a ox turned upside down. But if I don't even know to look for that, and if I just see it one way because all the other stuff don't matter, then I don't see no ox no more. And I don't see, if I move the bottom out of the way, that's a whole different letter. I feel like I messed up my paper if I drew a triangle and not know that in a bar that is a letter. Art thou greater than our Father. So she said, our Father. Look at how she talked to him. Our Father. So she's telling him he's her brother. You see that? Our Father. So if we got the same Father, then we are brothers and sisters. So saying, I know black don't fit here. So you seeing how to have a proper conversation with somebody, which we got to learn again. Art thou greater than our Father? Abba Yanawa, Ya'akwaba, or Ab Ya'akwaba. which gave us the well. Ab Yanawa. Ya'akwaba, I believe. I think. If I'm wrong, somebody please correct me. Which gave us the well. Which grade gave us the well. Now in English, well can mean, well, I don't know. Well, he said this. So if you just seen this word standing by itself, what do it mean? So if somebody give you a F on your FCAT test and they just put up the word well and you say, what do it mean? You'll ask them, okay, in what connotation? So when you have, y'all remember Akili in the B? She say, origin of the word. Use in a sentence. So that they can get the correct word because sometimes, thank you, sister, because sometimes we're not going to understand. If we don't understand our mother tongue, you see how we not being able to deal with one another properly. We don't even know how to talk to one another because this is not, we're not talking our mama. We're not talking like mama. We're not talking like Leah. We're not talking like Rachel. You see, we're not talking like our mother tone, our mama tone. Who teach the children? Who teach your children? Why we keep saying mother tongue in our culture? Mother tongue. They still say that in the northern tribe in Africa. This is the motherland. Oh. This is what our mother's word. Oh. So that's what they saying. But when we hear that, we just hear some kind of phrase or something. What are we hearing when we hear that? Well, we say, okay, well, I know black. You see that? So in different areas, we have different issues here. Right? Now, well. So what do we know about a well? We was eating hog. We don't own no well. Think about it. So if you get a well, you got to pay somebody to build it for you on the land that ain't yours. And if you got a well, do you got to pay taxes on it? You got to pay land taxes so you could drink out of the well. It ain't yours then. You paying somebody for it, never ending perpetually paying for it. Right? You paying for water. A sister told me the other day, she's mixed, so we would call her mamzer, but she's mixed. And if she mixed back into her people, then she'll be back. She can come back inside of the house, right? But anyway, which gave us the well. The well. So what is a well used for? Well, I don't know. To drink thereof, right? So we got a well. And they say, what do you do with a well? And then somebody put this word right here. And in our language, what is a well? We don't know, right? And if we do know, the majority of us don't. We don't know. And a lot of us is fighting against it. Because we don't see. We don't want to talk like mama no more. Allahayim gave us our language. And we don't want it no more. Allahayim gave us our clothes, how to dress, how to speak, how to address one another. We don't want that no more. So the well that we was drinking from, is it important to us? Do you miss mama voice? Do you want to know how mama talked? Why was they fighting so hard to take away you from being able to say, well, in our bar? Why did they take that from you? The story about Kunta, Amaru Kente. Why did they take that from that brother? Why did they take it? Come to find out that there is a tribe in Africa called the Kentes. So somebody say it was a made up story. So why is there a tribe in Africa called the Kente tribe? Well, so when we see well, do we say, Well, it just don't matter. But you're going to die of thirst. But anyway, the Asha said to Yaaquaba, which gave us the well, and drank thereof himself. So Yaaquaba, which gave us the well, and drink thereof himself, and his Banayam. Now, when she said, and his Banayam, look up here. Yahabadah is the fourth son of Yaaquaba. So she is of the northern tribe, living in the lot of their inheritance. Yahabadah asked them to drink, which is a woman of Samaria. They had no dealing with them. There was two different kingdoms, southern and northern, but the same bloodline. Here's a racial controversy that has nothing to do with skin color. So when I say to somebody that come from the same bloodline, why are you saying to me, I know black? I said brother. I did not say Crayola. But you say I know black because you know that majority of us think that we are black. And perhaps even you may think that I am black. So you don't want to identify because you think that because you is in a different location that you know brother. But when you get in trouble, you acknowledge that you a brother. But what kind of brother will only let you drink just a sip out of the well? Only when somebody else is trying to take away the well from you. So you will only let somebody just drink a sip out of your well. And then you will take that back from them. And say, I know black. And drink thereof himself. And his children. Banayam. So why don't she think that he could give her another drink from the well? And drink thereof himself and his children. So we have two nations that's at odds with each other. Southern and northern. Split up. When we say that Portugal and Spain was split up in history, we see them as the same people. But a lot of us don't see it that way no more. We just see it as Portugal and Spain. But you have Yahabadah while Yasharal split up. Now, in the last day, we split all up everywhere because the scriptures say mother against, okay, and they said like mother like daughter, you know, like sister. That's what they say. Sister. And drink thereof himself and his children and his cattle. Question mark. Yahushua answered and said unto her, whosoever drinketh of this mayam shall thirst again. So if your grandma told you, hand me that skillet cross yonder, and you don't try to figure out what grandma said, how you gonna know what she asking you to grab? Hand me that skillet. Now if somebody say, hand me the cup, sir, you would go do it for them because you understand what they say. But a grandma speaking in what the world call broken English or speaking in Gullah, and she say, hey baby, why you listen to Beaker over grandma? Over grandma. Why you listen to Beaker there? Over grandma there. You say, grandma, what you talking about? Still talking Gullah, but trying to be professional. Grandma, what you talking about? What you talking about, grandma? You ain't gonna understand what grandma talking about. of this water, of this water, of this water. Who the water belong to? Of this water shall thirst again. So if you drink of daddy water, Aquaba water, you gonna thirst again. But whoso drink of this water, who did Yahushua get the water? Where's the water coming from? Abba Yanab, our Father. So he say, drink of this water shall thirst again. Yahushua is the son of Elohim. He came out from the Father. All right. So you say, Yahushua answered and said unto her, whosoever drinketh of this water, you got to live by his water, shall thirst again. Think about it. This water, you got to keep on going. You know, without the lamb sacrifice, without the one that the scriptures that the prophet spoke of, that blood and water were gonna come out his side. Whosoever drinketh of this water. What do you mean by drink of this water? Because the scriptures say that Adam was made from the Adawam, from the earth. Man Adawam, from, man means from, Adawam, earth. So what water is he talking about? They say your body is built 90% of water, but he ain't talking about that. He talking about drinking his sweat. So is this us trying to understand this here? Whosoever drinketh of this water. Let me ask you a question. If you drink, if somebody from the tribe of Yashmael came down there and drank the water out of the well of Yaaquaba, it would also satisfy him for a while, right? So water would satisfy your body. It'll satisfy your physical body. But what did he say here? Which gave us the well and drank thereof himself. So like right here, let's go right here. So Yaaquaba was a real man that had to eat and drink because he had to continually go to that well and eat and drink. Whosoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again. So if you drink from this water right here, this water right here that I created through my Father, if you knew the prophets, whosoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again. Who was talking to Masha? Nobody has seen the Father's face. You can't see his face and live. So who did the prophet Daniel see? Whosoever drinketh of this water. Who did Masha look on his hinder part, on his back, and live when he saw the Koabad Alahayim, the glory of Alahayim? Who was the glory? The Ruach HaKodesh say that Habashai say that Ruach HaKodesh will not come glorifying himself, but he will come glorifying the Son and the Father. The Son does not glorify himself. He does not glorify himself, but his glory come from Abba Yahweh. The Father glorified the Son. He sent the Ruach HaKodesh. Yahweh say you must be baptized in the name and the Sham. What do name mean in our language? Because in English, what do it mean to you? When they say your name shall no longer be called Kente, your name shall be called Tobi. And drink thereof himself and his children and his cattle. Yahushua answered and said unto her, whosoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him. Ayash. Why did he say that in a masculine term? Think about this. He talking to a woman, but he using masculine terms. Whose language was this translation taken from. They tell you Abar. So it say, whoso drinketh of this water, and we understood this part. Whosoever drinketh of this water that I shall give him shall never thirst. Now, when we see an animal, why do we say him? When we just see the animal, he say he said. Why we hardly rarely say she said. Have y'all thought about that? Sometimes Negroes say um when we refer to things, we use masculine terms. Why do we do that? Why did we do that? The man of the house. Why is we calling our house in masculine terms, but now we say we delineating away from what we used to be? You see that? So it's showing you who you were, but it said, whosoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again. So we got to drink from the eternal fountain. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. So he was still talking to her. So who else was there other than her? Why was he talking to her in a masculine term? Shall never thirst. But the water, ha'anya, that I shall give him, ayash, in masculine term, shall be in him a well of water springing up into everlasting life. So Yahushua was not a homosexual when he said that Yasharal is the bride. You see that? He's not homo. Because right here he said, whosoever drink, and he using Abar, he's speaking in Abar, shall give him, shall never thirst. But the water that I shall give him shall be in him, Ya'akwaba, a well of water springing up into everlasting life. Whosoever will. So anybody that drank Jacob well, even if it was somebody from Japheth, they can still receive life. But the well was Ya'akwaba's well. That was his. So they got to have courtesy. They got to show some what they was trying to force into us. You got to show some respect, but they don't show Ya'akwaba's well any respect. And in order to drink out of Yahushua well, you got to come to him. You can't make Yahushua Toby. You're not going to make Yahushua Toby. The woman saith unto him, Sir, give me this water, that I thirst not. Now she's speaking out of passion. Neither come hither to draw. See, she's speaking out of passion. She say, I want this water right here. Yahushua saith unto her, Go. Now, if you said this right here, somebody said this to you, this man that's homeless said to you this in these days, if you talk to the sister long enough and you explain to her where you coming from, now the sister understand what he talking about. That I thirst not. He talking about water that ain't gonna never let me go thirsty no more. I want some of this water right here. Was she being a superstitious African over there in Africa that's crazy, that need to be westernized theology? No. Ha'ashah Amar unto him. The woman, the wife, the female saith unto him, Sir, Ada, Adonai, give me this water that I thirst not, neither come hither to draw. Master, Adonai, Sir, head, neither come hither to draw. Yahushua saith unto her, Go, call thy husband. Bawa, call thy husband. Come hither. Call thy husband. Call thy Ayash. Call your head. Call your leader. Go. Call your leader and come hither. Call your leader and come back here. Come back over here yonder. Hither. The woman answered and said, Hither. The woman answered and said, I have La Asha, I have no husband. Yahushua said unto her. So she say she has no shepherd. She has no husband. She has no covering. And back in them days, women wanted children. She said, I have no husband. Yahushua said unto her, You have well said, I have no husband. Now listen to this. Because back then, everybody wasn't out there telling all their business to everybody. Everybody didn't know everybody's business. For thou hast had 5 husbands. How did this man know this? This woman ain't out there telling all what she doing. For thou hast had 5 husbands. And he whom thou hast is not thy husband. So Yahushua saying the man you with right now and the Ayash you with right now ain't your husband. He's not your head. He's not your leader. He's not the one that I made achad with you. Because I'm the one that marry y'all. Y'all know that, right? When you get married, you making a covenant between you and Allahayim. So how did this man know this? So Yahushua said unto her, Thou hast well said, I have no husband. I have no male. I have no leader. I have no husband. For thou hast had 5 husbands, and whom thou hast is not thy husband. And that you said truly. And the woman said unto him, and the Asha said unto him, Sir, Adonai. Why is she talking so respectful to this man here? Why she ain't cussing him out? Why she ain't go all cross Yerushalayim and all cross Assyria cussing this man out? Look, I perceive that thou art a prophet. See, how did she perceive that he is a prophet? How did she conceive? How did she understand this? Because she wasn't giving all her dirty laundry went out there in the street. Nobody didn't know. So we put it in modern time. Nobody didn't know about JoJo. Nobody didn't know about Bobo. Nobody didn't know about JD. Nobody didn't know about LC. Nobody didn't know about Pimp C. Nobody didn't know about none one of these people. Because she wasn't no open mouth woman. It was a shameful thing, and you could die in them days. Now, why didn't this man stone her to death? He said, I got water that's going to make you live forever. And then she had all these husbands. What's going on here? Who is this guy that got all this knowledge? That knew that when I first got married? Who is this guy that knows my name, that knows my reputation, that know my secret reputation. I perceive that thou art a Nabayoth, a prophet. What did they say in the Quran? That Yahushua is just a prophet. Now listen at what you're supposed to do when somebody believes that Yahushua is just a Nabayoth. I perceive that thou art a prophet. Do you come over there and put ghost outfits on your head and burn a tree? No, that's not how you do this, strangers. I perceive that thou art a prophet. Do you scrap up with armory and soldier material? If she didn't want to receive this, she could have just said no and received her damnation. Sir, I perceive that thou art a prophet. I perceive that thou art a Nabayoth. Our fathers worship in this mountain, and you say, see, she's saying now, she's saying, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. I am a Hebrew Israelite in this mountain. And you say, now I don't know if she's getting sassy because they don't have it in parentheses and stuff here, so I can't tell. So I don't know if the translator, I don't know if, because if it was written, if one of us was writing down what was going on, I don't think they was just talking like somebody talking dull like the Clear Eye commercial person. I don't think when the donkey said he just said it in one way. So since we don't know exactly how she said it, we can only look at the culture of the people who wrote it. But if people erase the culture of the people who wrote it, then we won't perceive if Yahushua had to really have patience with this woman, or if she was just talking plain, like she just speaking perfect, elegant English and trying to get inside of the best college. So now, if you don't know who the people is, then you have some things that's lost. I perceive that thou art a Nabayoth. Now, if there are some of our people that still speak a form of Abar, that have not lost whom they was, if they don't tell people, if they don't say, you know what, I see that iron, Don, I see that iron, Lawai. If some of y'all ain't being captured and brought over here and can still speak the language, should not people listen if you teaching the truth? I perceive that thou art a Nabayoth. Our fathers worship in this mountain. Now, I'm not saying that nobody from the nations of the north and they women don't talk sassy. But this ain't the Clear Eye commercial. And ye say that in Yerushalayim, in the capital of Jehovah, is the place where men ought to worship. Jehovah, the capital of Yerushalayim. So look, Samaria and Yerushalayim are two different capitals, but it's the same blood people. But they got something going on here. That Baal Yerushalayim is the place where men ought to worship. When did they first say this? When they say you should forget about old battles and scraps. Did Yahushua forget? Did the woman forget? Did he rebuke her and say, O thou that bringeth up the past? O thou wickedest womaneth? What did he say? That in Yerushalayim is the place where men ought to worship. Yahushua saith unto her, Asha, wife. Believe me. What did he say? He called out for his bride. Listen. Ayash. He said he married to Yasharal. He married to the backslider and the hypocrite. Asha, believe me. He telling her to believe him. The hour come when you shall neither in this mountain. Look, there's gonna come a time when the two sticks, look, nor yet at Yerushalayim worship Ha'abah or Abba. Ye worship ye know not what. You worship you know not what. You worship you know not what. She knew who she was, but she didn't even know who she was worshiping. The glory of Allahayim was right before her. You worship ye know not what. We know what we worship. Wait a minute. So Samaria and Yerushalayim had that barrier. So a brother was saying the other day, yesterday, I believe, Brother K. Judah, that Yahushua had a divorce because he's married to the bride. She's married to the husband. Yahushua is the husband. So he said that I will divorce. So who was the prophet speaking to? He said he didn't put her away forever. So when Yahushua came, he going just like the prophet Habashai, the prophet Hosea, Husha was saying to the Mashpachah. Listen here. You worship ye know not what, trying to get this woman to come back to her groom. We know what we worship. For salvation, for Habashai, is of Yahweh, Judeans. So whatever they had going on over there in Samaria had to be a whole different thing than what was going on in the capital over there of Yahweh. See, Yahushua is going to reign on the throne of the Wad. Now watch this. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship Abba, Wa Rarak, Wa Ba, I think Amath, in truth. For the Father seeks, for the Father desires such to worship him. Now look, he's telling her what the Father said. For the Father seek. The Father told him what to say. For the Father seeks such to worship him. Look at Yahushua doing the work of restoring and creating bara, a person. Allah Hayam is a spirit. And they that worship him, Allah is a spirit. And they that worship him. So we just step right there and say, okay, who is he talking about? Oh, I know, by memory, G-O-D. So that means, oh, that's that person over there. That's him over there. But no. Every time you read it, know exactly what he talking about, so that nobody can be with you. Watch this. Verse 24. Verse 24. Verse 24. And let's go inside of the lexicon. And then we're going to go to Barashayath. My bad, I'm going so long on this. Now they say Theos right here. Theos, I think Theon, I think I got it mixed up the other day. I think Theon is the singular and Theos is the plural. But I need to check on that today. Alright, so hold on. So he said Theos, uncertain origin, wind, spirit. So when it say spirit, breath, spirit, wind, and those. Alahayim is spirit. Alahayim is breath. Rawak. And those who worship him must worship Wa Barak. Wa Rawak. Wa Amath, I think. So let's go here and to right here where it say Theos. I'm gonna go to Barashayat and I'm almost done, Mashpaka. And then I'm finna open up the link and y'all can come up and bring out some things that I a strong chance have missed. Theos. So if one of y'all wanna come up and hit up the Barashayat, then we can do that, alright? So one of y'all can do Barashayat. So let's go right here. Theos. So let's see if it says, let's see, noun. So it's a noun, feminine, noun, masculine. Theos. Theos. So let's see. Definition. A-G-O-D, A-G-O-D, generally. So they didn't split it. Theos, or unknown origin properly. So if we read this in the language that we've been studying already, right? If the translation, if the people who understood it was still able to speak it, would we not be left here without having to go through, say, I really don't know this language, so I don't know if this is this or that is that. So they translated this into Greek. So how can you know exactly if you were saying Allah or Alahayim unless you study the Greek language? So let's go here. Translated means Allah with us, being interpreted, Allah with us. So I'm on a wall. Harawak. So let's go here. KJV translated as Allah with us. In the NIT translated as us Allah. All right. So maybe this is the INT that we reading. When I tried to click on the KJV, you see. But if I understood the language of Greek, then I wouldn't have to go through all that. So let me read what the sister say. All right, we got a translation here. Sister is a translator. So let's see here. Many names. So we not just trying to have the gift of one thing, but we also need to pray for the gift of the understanding of tones. All right, the gift to know how to translate tones. That's what the Apostle Shawal was saying. If you don't understand what somebody's saying, so let's go here. Many names begin with the root theo, derived from the ancient Greek word theos, which means God. For example, feminine name Thea, Theodora, Theodosia. That name Theodosia. Theophania, Theophano, and Theoxena. Nah. Oh, snap. My mother-in-law name is Theos. It's Theo. It's Theodosia. Oh, snap. I didn't think of that. So what do that mean? Oh, somebody, they named her a female. Okay, I see. Theos is God in Greek. Many names come out using the word plus another word. So Some of our people. You remember Theo that the with the show too. Theo uh, with the Bill Cosby. Okay, okay. I let my wife talk to y'all about grandmama name. Val, there you go, something to talk about. Yeah, that's fire right there, boy. Theos is okay. There we go. So now I'm finna drop the link, and if any of the Mashpaka, okay, that was the Cosby Show. So if any of the Mashpaka want to come up and if you want to talk about it, brother Moshe and one of y'all, cause I know that Moshe and all of y'all, I want us to line up this thing here. Sister Shay Love, Shalom, sister. Blessings on you. Welcome to the chat. Ak Moshe Ben, welcome to the chat. Ak Aman, Sister Naomi again. Ak Monster Moshe, and give a big salute to Ak Kate Judah. He came and stepped by last night. He said he was on the plantation. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, I feel you. So I'm finna leave it up there for a little bit. Just leave it open for brother Moshe, cause I ain't talked to the brother in a long time. Moshe Ben Yehuda and Monster Moshe I never had him on the live, and I've been begging Monster to come up here. So we gon' I don't know if brother Monster shy. I know that Temanaka ain't shy, but I believe brother got his reasons. But if you want to come up, Ak, you could come up, all right? And so what I'm gonna do is play the thing that I was listening to in the background, if y'all were willing, and y'all could go. And I want y'all to support the Strangers channel that allow us to listen to his music. He put it up there for us, Mashpaka, and I really think that we missing out on a lot when we don't when something is blessing us and we don't make sure we pushing it. You know, we gotta push the stuff that Allahayim allows for us to be able to be blessed by. All right. So here's another one. The first one that he had is Soothing Relaxation. I didn't play the whole thing. He put up hours for you. You could go on there, and brother K Judah got a channel he called Sleep Like a Baby. You could go on there too. Make sure that y'all support these channels that's putting in all this effort and all this work. Brother K Judah got a cartoon out too. And I know a lot of us like to watch cartoons. So I think that we need to start going and supporting the Mashpaka. We don't have to scribe and fight one another. We can we'll be all right if we start learning how to be a blessing to one another. All right. So let me go ahead and play this in the background. And with this microphone, I don't think that they allow me to read. But I think I did that on my other microphone the other day. So what I'm going to do is just share this, and I'm going to let it play in the background. And, sir, I gave a shout out for your channel. And just show the love back, sir. Just let it play a little bit. I'm not going to play your whole thing, sir. But since you blessed us with this beautiful music, okay, I'll do that too. Since you blessed us with to be able to hear this beautiful music, then I think that I wanted to share it with the people, you know, so that they can also be blessed and go and subscribe to your channel and check out some of the stuff you have in your store. All right, so let me share this with the Mashpaka, and I drop down on Kate Judah. It's his channel, but I drop a link for you. Mashpaka, I dropped the link. All right, let me see. Go ahead and press play on that. Shalom, Mashpaka. I want to say to you, Shalom to all of the family that came out today. Short prayer. Yahweh, please help us to understand what your will is. Yahweh, please teach us to continue to follow you. Yahweh, when we fall down, please lift us up. Yahweh, please continue to light our candle. In the name of your only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Amen. I'm finna let it go on out with the music, Mashpaka. And I want to say shalom and thank you for all of y'all that came in. And please, that's right, please keep our sister in prayer. If you would like to know what's going on, please reach out to the sister and let her know that you care.